everyone, and thank you so much for tuning again to 702 Sports on the Sideline, featuring myself, Big Al, and JP.
What's up, man?
What's happening, brother?
Back at it.
And we are here for recap. So, again, outside of Coffee Parlour, which is on 7th and Carson, we'll have a nice green matcha latte. Enjoying it, thanks to the management here. Just want to say, are you ready for the recap from last week?
Let's do it.
We got NCAA, remember that? Bum, 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 bum. And we got some serious games we like to recap with you. Number one, it is the upset of the year, and it just started. It is Colorado upsetting TCU 45-42. Coach, prime time.
What did I say? Give me prime, man.
Give us prime or give us nothing.
Yeah.
Coach Prime Time and his son, yes, America, his son threw for 4 touchdowns and 510 yards, JP.
Yes, set a record.
Against a team that was in the big game last year. TCU. You know, we know they got thralled by Georgia, but still, this is Colorado, who was 1-11 last year, people. So, but this is the skinny. You ready? They had 58 scholarship players. That program is rebuilt. Totally rebuilt. So, coming into this week, they're at home for their home opener against Nebraska. They're only minus 3 points. I told my wife, you know what? I'm putting my whole check on it. I'm down with Prime. Ain't getting paid. So, recapping another game, USC. You know, everybody knows USC, right? They just ran through UNR, my alma mater, right? They ran through them 66-14. Alabama ran through Middle Tennessee State 56-7. Penn State down there in Happy Valley, they ran through West Virginia 38-15. And our hometown UNLV, go Rebels! UNLV got the win. Yeah, with first-year coach, they beat Bryant 44-14.
Hey, what happened to your Gators, man? That's what I'm
My Gators got barbecued by Utah, like 29-12, if I'm correct. I could stand wrong. But back to some other upsets, which was this one. And thank you, JP, for commenting on that because I didn't want to talk about that. I didn't want to talk about that.
We have to talk about it because I think if you really look at it, Utah is going to, you know, they look pretty good being the first game. So,
yeah.
I know it was at home, but they looked really solid the whole game.
Without their quarterback, Cameron Rising, we talked about last week that we didn't know if he was going to play.
Yep.
So, Wyoming upset Texas Tech, big upset. But here's another big one. To a team that transferred players through the transfer portal. Look for teams that transfer teams through the portal. Texas State beat Baylor 42-31 in Baylor. That is impressive. Again, another team that did their business through the transfer portal.
Yeah, I actually want to interrupt you right there because
go ahead.
You're talking about transfer portal. Clemson is a team that got upset by Duke.
That's
and
right.
They're a team that actually hasn't really been really active in the transfer portal.
That's
really
right.
hasn't adapted to the newer style. So
That's
it's interesting
right.
to see something that we need to kind of take a look
That's
at. That's
right.
I think,
JP,
year.
right on that. Give me some skin on that one because I was watching that game.
Duke won big, man.
Duke won 28-7, but here's the skinny on that one. Coach Dabo Swinney, he's got 2 titles up underneath his belt. He says, we don't need the transfer portal. Oh, you don't? Well, maybe you need to talk to that Texas State coach. Things that make you go, But here's another one that was great, and you predicted it last week. Did you not say Washington was going to beat Boise?
Oh, yeah, Washington, you had to know. I was at home. They're looking good. They got trying to think of their quarterbacks.
Michael Penix Jr., who transferred from Indiana. Again, transferred from Indiana to Washington. He was there only 1 year last year. This year, but we talked about it in the last segment. Washington was 11-2. 11-2 with a quarterback they just transferred. So my man JP here, he caught that with the bright light bulb last week. 56-19. That there, my friends, that there, America, speaks volume. But we want to go into week 1 if we can in the NFL. Now, me and JP, we talked about this game, and Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs is my team, but we facing some injuries now,
Big
you know,
injury
because
announced yesterday.
you know Kelsey and Chris Jones deciding he still doesn't want to play. He wants money. He wants to show me the money, but like, how would you want that when you just won a ring?
The betting line came down too. Did you see that?
Oh, totally. It went from 7.5 to now 5.
I still like the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Roll Chiefs. We are still going with the Chiefs.
Patrick Mahomes is just too much. It's gonna be Patrick Mahomes show.
It's the Mahomes. It is.
And they're. I just saw today they have 7 receivers. They're actually carrying 7 different receivers. So
That I like.
He said, Mahomes said he wants to spread the ball around, so I like it.
And we rolling with Mahomes. And then like one good game my counterpart was talking about was the Falcons. Kind of looking, they're at home going against the Panthers, which makes a lot of sense, JP, because the Panthers got this new quarterback that's out and about. The quarterback that came from Alabama, right? He's a young kid, and just starting, in this NFL on the road.
People are picking Atlanta to win the division, so it'll be
wow,
interesting to see.
You're right. And I'm wearing this Saints jersey here, right?
I don't know, but the Saints are another one that could be a surprise team this year.
You're right. I mean, I think it's a toss-up, but I'm rolling with the Who Dat Nation. Who dat? Who dat? So we want to talk about this one team here that we both agree on, which is the Ravens. Lamar Jackson got his money. They got some weapons on offense with Odell Beckham, right? And they also picked up another receiver that's lightning quick. I'm sorry, America, I don't have his name. But the Ravens being at home, going against the Texans, and the Texans have C.J. Stroud, which he came from Ohio State, right? Another young quarterback starting on the road. On the road, America. Test time now. It is test time for these young cats.
Give me the Ravens for sure.
We got the Ravens. I'm down with it.
That's a give me.
I'm down with it. Now, we go to the Bengals and Browns. The Battle of Ohio. Okay, Joe Burrow been facing some injuries to a calf injury that really didn't do no reps in preseason. So, JP, who you got in this game? I forgot who you say you like.
I think I'm going to take Cincinnati. I don't know. It's a toss-up. I think that game can go either way. It's at home for Cleveland, so I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland wins, but I'm going to pick Cincinnati.
I do agree with that. You know what? It's a toss-up because the odds makers got it at 1. I mean, like me, I think they're going to score a lot of points, right? The over's 47. Deshaun Watson, quarterback for the Browns, has a full year up underneath his belt. And
here's the other thing. For me last year, Cincinnati, I know it was another rivalry game. They played the Steelers last year, first game. Didn't really look all that great. If you remember, Burrow threw, I think, at least 3 interceptions in that game. And kind of came down to the end. So I just think this is going to be another close game. Game 1.
I think it is too. So so my man JP likes Cincy. I like the over. And we're gonna move to the next game, which is the Jags and the Colts. Now everybody thinks the Jags is the new girl on the block, right? With the quarterback with the long blonde hair, Sunshine. So here it is. They again are going up against a rookie quarterback. They came from my Gators, right? AR 15. Anthony Richardson at home. Colts home dog. New kids on the block. Jacksonville coming to Indy. Now, Indy, I know you picked Jags.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I think Jacksonville just has a little bit too much for Indianapolis, although it's a home game for Indianapolis. So
okay,
it's week 1.
What's your rhythm on it? 60-40 or 50-50?
60-40.
60-40, right on. Me, I don't like the game, but I know the Colts have a stingy defense. So, it's an either or to me. Let's go to the NFC North, which is the Buccaneers, no Tom Brady, going at home with Minnesota. Minnesota, who don't have Dalvin Cook no more, America. He just got traded. Well, he didn't get traded. He wanted some money and decided no, and the Jets got him now. So now Aaron Rodgers has a running game now. But the Vikings are at home. They got a wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, who's really good, and still got Kirk Cousins. JP, who you like in this game?
I think it's going to be the Vikings. I think they're going to start out strong this year. I really look for them. I personally think they're going to win the division again this year. Everybody's liking the Lions this year. There's a lot of hype for the Lions, and I don't know. I grew up there. I'll believe it when I see it. I think Green Bay is going to surprise. I think Detroit could even still finish third in the division, but we'll see.
I concur with that. I concur with that. I mean, I like teams that throw the ball, and the Vikings are definitely one of those teams. Now, America, let's go to this game. Tennessee coming to New Orleans. Yeah, so get your gumbo and get your crawdads out. It's time to get ready down in New Orleans. And see, as you see, there is Tennessee, America right here. So, not being a homer, I'm going to say Derek Carr is there with a lot of weapons. And Jimmy Graham came back. My man Golden Graham's Jimmy Graham is back. Tight end. He was Drew Brees' tight end when they were rocking and rolling about 7 or 8 years ago. So he's back. And, yes, he is a Pro Bowl tight end. So we've got the Saints at home. They're -3. Derek Carr's there. He's happy that he's there because he has a fresh start with a top 10 defense. Okay, we know Tennessee likes to run the ball, right? They're very run heavy. But as we talked about earlier, Derrick Henry, he didn't show no time early in the summertime wanting to be in camp.
Yeah, but I think he still comes week 1 ready to play. So that's going to be a tough game. I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans win, but you got to like the Saints at home for sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you, America, and thank you, Brother JP, for that, supporting the Who Dat Nation. Okay, so now we're going to go to the Cardinals and the Commanders. Okay, Cardinals, we already know Kyler Murray. You know, lot of high hopes for him, but he had an injury that's pretty bad. They might have him out for the whole year. But playing the Commanders now with a new quarterback coming from North Carolina, Sam Howell. The guy passed for 5,500 yards last year. He is a gunslinger. And now facing a new offensive coordinator, which came from the Chiefs, Eric Bieniemy, right, has a Super Bowl caliber to him now.
Yeah, I think Washington, there's a lot of question marks, but I think Washington might be a surprise team this year. I don't expect them to win the division, but I think they're going to do better than people think this year.
I think so, too. So we both concur on the Commanders.
And let's go back to the Steeler game. That could be a tough game. The San Francisco 49ers could win that division, could be pretty high up, I think, contending for going to the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going to go to the Super Bowl, but, will they start out, how strong will they start out this year? So
I'm going to give you my opinion about the 49ers. So 49er Nation, please don't take this to the flip side. You gave up your backup quarterback, Trey Lance. Jake Purdy took you far. I just hope that he stays healthy. He had an injury to his elbow that was very serious. And now we just need to know this team will go as far as Jake Purdy goes. He's a second-year quarterback. And all I want to say is good luck, 49er fans. Just good luck with that. The Steelers got Pickett. He's hungry. Steelers got a good defense. And I think the Steelers are going to win this game as a home underdog. As a plus 125 underdog on the money line, but plus 3 points is value. Let's go down to this hometown game. Raiders playing a really rivalry. Raiders going up against the Broncos.
It's a tough place to play to go to Denver.
Mile high.
I think it's going to be tough. I don't know. How bold are you going to pick the Raiders?
I'm taking the Raiders. You know why? Because they got Josh Jacobs. He's healthy. He's happy. But here's the thing in this game, America. Whenever the Raiders play the Broncos, it's always a 3-point game. And you're going to give me the Raiders at plus 4.5?
I don't know. For me, I'm going to take Denver.
You going to take Denver?
Yeah.
You going to take Denver straight or the money line? You going to go points? Do you think that they are 5 points better in a rivalry game?
I'm not going to take the points. But I think Denver ends up winning the game. I think Sean Payton being there first year, I just think there's a lot of there's a lot of not negativity before, but I think coming from last year with Russell Wilson and everything kind of going.
I like Russell Wilson
going to hell in a handbasket. I think this year.
Okay.
I don't know. Just look out for them. I just think that's going to be a tough week 1 place to play. It's always a good game there. So.
Okay. I like Russell Wilson. Sean Payton came from the Saints, so I'm gonna toss up on it. But when it comes to supporting my hometown Raiders, right? I'm gonna do that. Now let me go ahead and slide down to the Sunday night game, which is a big game. It's Cowboys at the Giants. And America, if you want to know something really good, I'm going to go ahead and throw you a nice gem right now. The Giants are 1-7 in their last 8 games against the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a 3.5-point favorite, but I'm going with the Cowboys because of that trend, and that's a key word, America. You need to follow the trend. 1-7 in their last 8 games are the New York Giants.
And I think also, that's one of those games the Cowboys there's a lot of hype. They're going to want to start out strong.
Mm-hmm.
I see them definitely winning early.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely talented from top to bottom on their roster.
I totally agree with that one.
As much as I don't want to say it, I'm not really really can't stand the Cowboys, but you got to give them props, and they just seem to always play well against the Giants in that game.
They do.
So.
Let's pinpoint on this last game while we got a few minutes here. Last game is the Monday night game. Bum, 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 bum. We want to go to the Bills and the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, now a New Yorker. Talk to me, JP, as a New Yorker.
I think this is a toss-up as well. The Bills right there, again, is their window closing? Is it not? It's going to come down between, I think, them and the Jets and Cincinnati. We talked about last week about how strong the AFC is.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Jets because it's at home, but I won't be surprised either way on this game as well.
My opinion is this. Stephon Diggs, the wide receiver for the Bills, was not happy, right? All-pro wide receiver, not happy. Held out a lot. The Jets are at home. And you know what? I'm going to go with Gang Green. We're going to go with the green. We're going to go with the Jets. As a Chicagoan talking New Yorkin. You know what I mean? We're going with Gang Green. Now, we have to wrap up this show right now, but we will see you, America, next week, and looking forward to it. For me, Big Al, my man JP,
out.
This is 702 Sports on the Sideline. We are out.